What's going on, guys? I am the White Guy, and today we've got quite a bit of a different video for you guys. This track is a custom track for Reflex, but it is not, in fact, a bike or a four-wheeler type track. This is actually, in fact, a UTV track, which happens to be, that's the name he assigned to it. This was made by GoKitty199 a very long time ago. And I'm revisiting some of the tracks I did like years ago videos on now because I've got more people on the channel and more people might see them and be interested. But this is the UTV track, which as you can probably tell by the name of it, this track was made for UTVs and side-by-sides instead of bikes, and the jumps and everything rhythm accordingly, and it runs really well for these things. It's a ton of fun. I hope you guys enjoy this video, because it's something different here to change it up so it's not just constantly the same type of bike and four-wheeler content on the channel with this game, and we're shifting it up a bit. I want to say that bends off to the left, but not quite as early as I expected it to right there. But I don't know, I think this is just different. I think this is something fun to do differently in Reflex, so it's not all the same stuff. And that we can try and run some trucks and buggies through this a little bit later in the video here to get some little bit higher speeds out of it. Actually, if we go to the vehicle tuning, can probably, no, we'll keep that at hard, but if we crank a little bit more top end out of it, we might be able to get a little bit faster lap times through here. Yep, that section went pretty well. Let's go all the way up the wall right there. It gets really rough and tumbled right through that. It's almost like a rock climbing section, or rock crawling section, kind of like King of Hammers maybe. Just drop it right out of the sky there, hit that corner, turn it on around, and we're doing pretty good here. Let's bump up into this corner. And I will say, the one thing about the UTVs in this game that makes them different than everything else is they are four-wheel drive, because when we get in the air, as you see, if I hit the brakes, you can stop all the wheels, and if you hit the gas, they all start spinning. It's like the only vehicle in this actual game here that is four-wheel drive, which is, it's neat, but I wish that they had a four-wheel drive pro truck in this game would be neat, but all the trucks are two-wheel drive. Like if I hit a jump here, they stop, and I hit the gas before they hit the ground, you'll see them stop, and then they start spinning again. Like, watch, they stop, and then they spin. So these are four-wheel drive little UTV side-by-sides, which is kind of neat. I wish more vehicles in the game were like that, but unfortunately they're not, and there's not really a ton I can do about that. And do we have any other ones that might have more top end on them? Nope, we literally only have just the one here. It didn't even bother unlocking the other ones, but I will actually go through and finish a lap here. Now there's this nice little step over right there, double off into that corner. And the tires here are fairly sticky. There's just a bunch of little stuff here to work the suspension to make sure you don't just go super hard with the suspension, so you have to stay reasonably in check. And there's a nice step down right there. Let's try and go for the left lane through there. That's looking alright. Step over, a couple more whoops, bump into the corner. And there we go. That's running pretty well. We'll take the outside line through here again, try and just put down as much top end here as we can. Get slightly faster lap times. Cut left, cut left, cut left, cut left. Oh, this is getting rough. And we hung on to that somehow. Big finish line double right there, nice and floaty for the side-by-side. And we'll try and keep our speed up through that corner and actually use the berm here. We'll try and use this berm again, but just going to jump into the corner. And we got a couple tabletops here. We got tabletop number 1, tabletop number 2. And then pretend you're driving a UTV up the back of a dragon if you want to know what that feels like. And then double, dragon's back again. We got a double, dragon's back step up here. I don't know, I think this is kind of fun. Let me know if you guys want to see some other tracks like this. It's actually, I was going to say let me know if you want to see videos on other tracks like it, but this is, as far as I know, this is the only track in Reflex that was made for stuff that's not bikes and four-wheelers. Like, I think at least it'd be really, really cool if somebody made like a free ride racing track for like the sport buggies and the Sport 2 trucks and the sport buggies. I think that'd be really cool if somebody made a track tailored to those. It's like a lot wider and it's made to run trucks and buggies through easily. I think that'd be pretty cool personally, but I don't know how many track makers are out there that are interested in making tracks like that. I would say I would make other videos on it, but to my knowledge there is nothing like this at all. Alright, let's get through here and step over. Yep, we made that pretty well. Alright, we'll take a little bit of a shortcut through that. A little bit of a cheater line to get that lap done. Hopefully if I'm making a mental note of it right now to throw a lap timer on some of these laps in the video here. If I can remember to, it shouldn't be too hard to throw a little timer in the top right corner back in Vegas so you can get an idea of what some of these lap times are in a free ride track. Hopefully I remember to do that. I may or may not if I'm being completely honest, but If not, worst case Ontario, I think you'll be able to look in the video times to see what laps are about like to the second, but I should be able to get a lap timer thrown in there. I'm making a mental note of that right now to do that as soon as this video is done being recorded. That's one thing I have done if anybody else here is trying to start YouTube channels. Pro tip is if you get an idea of something during the video that you're not uploading the video and editing it right then, just name the video file itself, whatever your mental note of it needs to be, and that's a good way. That's what I do. If I make mental notes of things, as soon as I'm done recording the video, I'll go ahead and name the file something else, and then I'll use because then when I go to edit the video, I'll pull up the file, I'll see the file name, and be like, oh, right, at that point in time, I thought I needed to do that. Okay. Let's get it going here, and we're doing all right now. We're doing good. Let's try and go for a fast, hot lap time this time through there. We're doing all right. Dodge that huge bump right there. Please don't hit it. Yeah, we're doing good. Okay, that should be a decent lap time. We'll air wheelie that one on out and put it back down. There we go. And keep it moving. There, we're doing all right. Let's do a little bit in the visual camera now to get a... I kind of want to do like a side profile as we go up one of these jumps here on the Dragon's Back to see some of the suspension articulation in this game here. But it seems like we're struggling really hard to be able to get that side just the right time here. But these things do at least have a lot of grip being four-wheel drive. They seem to have lots of traction on them, which is nice. We'll do our best, though, to try and not cut the track and cheat again. Bounce over that, cut in hard. The berm's almost not even worth using. But, yeah, see, we didn't touch the berm there. We still found a decent rhythm through it. And you can see some of the terrain is starting to get torn up. We went a little bit wider, so we dodged some of this rough, whooped-out stuff right there. And, again, we're doing all right. Put it back down. We hit the second step-down part right there. Very long tabletop, and then suspension action over the Dragon's Back type deal. It's cutting left, and we'll hop into like I want to say the Sport 2 truck and the Sport buggy is just going to be way too fast, so we'll try the regular Sport truck out first after this lap here and see how things go. And let's get this through the corner. Thank you. Dodge the big hump right there, and we should be good to go. Air that out over the finish line, and we're good. Alright, now we'll try and vehicle list. What's the other sport truck like? Does this one look any cooler? Nah, we'll take this one, I guess. And vehicle tuning, that's probably going to be fine. I do think the regular sport trucks do look cooler than the Sport 2 trucks, but they're just not nearly as fast. Alright, so we're doing good. We're doing good for a blind driving session right now. Keep it on track. Keep her on track. So I want to see some of the suspension movements. Yeah, look at that suspension movement in the rear. You can see it in the rear very well. Not so much in the independent front suspension, but the rear you can see it doing all the traveling and occasionally clipping through the body on some of these jumps. If you look very... Don't even look that closely. You can actually see the rear just clip through the body in some of the jumps here. Alright, we're doing alright though. This seems to be rhythming pretty well. We're going to have to cut that corner a little bit short. I want to say the UTVs might accelerate a little bit harder because they're four-wheel drive and they probably don't weigh as much. But the truck should ultimately be faster at running laps here. We'll see. Oh, we didn't hit the second step-down part. We only hit the first one. And we'll go over that bit of the tabletop, step all the way over the Dragon's Back. And corner! There we go. That worked out all right. Let's see if we can carry a lot of speed through the wide open section here. Oh yeah, this is a lot faster than that UTV was through that section. That's not even close. That's not even a close comparison. That's not even a fair comparison to make. But we're doing all right. Hit the finish line jump. We'll go for an actual lap here now. And then we'll switch over to the Sport buggy and see just how much ridiculously faster that probably is than the regular Sport truck here. It seems like we're doing all right. We'll hit the tabletop and other tabletop. We're doing good. But this is, again, a little bit faster in the UTV, so it might be over jumping everything. The jumps might not flow quite as well for the trucks. We'll do our best to see what happens, though. Bounce over. There we go. Alright, we're doing good. We're doing good. Step into the middle. Step over. We're doing pretty alright, I would say. Alright, get through that. And there's a dip. We're doing good. We're doing good. Too wide. Dang it. The lap time here, I suspect this lap time is going to be significantly faster, though, just because the top end on this truck is just so much faster in the UTV. Even with that ridiculous case right there, we can just jump all the way on over. And we're still doing fine. We only need to let off the gas a bit for that corner, and just much faster through this section right here. That's where we're going to make up all of the time on the track, because we can just bounce through that once and be fine, as long as we don't roll it. And of course we do a kickflip as soon as I say as long as we don't roll it. And then just for fun, sport buggy, and let's see just how much faster this probably is going to be here for the last lap of the video. This just grips so much better than the other vehicles. It's just not even fair. Alright, so we can almost jump both tabletops in one swoop with this, because the UTVs need to have their own track like this with smaller jumps made to work, whereas the buggies in this can pretty much run onto the regular motocross tracks and handle those jumps just fine. We'll see how well this goes here, though. Almost over that entire rhythm section in one jump. We're still going to need to hit the same step in right there because we don't have the acceleration necessarily. But this rough stuff might be interesting. See, nope, never mind. No problems. Can jump that all the way down to the second spot right there. And probably going to clear most of this section with one bound. Yep, there we go. All the way over the entire dragon's back. That's just a little hump right there to make sure you don't cut the corner. And this is, again, making up lots of time, so we can just bound through that entire section very quickly. And just don't lose it through the bit of the rocky steep section. And there we go. That is a lap of the UTV track. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want to see some more other stuff like this. It's kind of a little bit different video. Let me know what you think about this track. Feedback in the comments is appreciated. Other suggestions for videos in the future also appreciated, because I do read all the comments and I try to reply to most of them, which hopefully some of you guys have noticed I do tend to reply to my comments. If you want to leave something, I'll see it and probably reply to it. That's all I've got for today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.